cheese. All right, and welcome back to That's Some Cheese, part of the Vendetta Sports Podcast Network. Today is Monday, July 19th, 2021, and today we have the Chickster back on the show, mainly because I guess his kid's going to pop out at any time, and I assume whenever that thing pops out, I'll never hear from him again. So, Chickster, what's going on?
Not forever. Like I'll be in and out. Just for a couple weeks.
Well,
I'll be.
You definitely were in and out.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. No, I'll be around. It's just I probably won't. I'll be out of commission for at least 2 weeks trying to take care of the damn baby. So
well, if again I said this in the Slack, but if it makes you feel any better, I was an oopsie baby too, and look at how I turned out. So there's hope for your kid.
Yeah, always. There's always hope. I'm gonna be the dad. Like I feel like it's gonna have personality. It's gonna come out just oozing with personality. You know what I mean?
How about your guy? But this just sparked in my head. How about your guy Garrett? Right. Well, I forget what post it was, but he's like, pretty much, it was phrased as, "Yeah, I'm just over here banging my girlfriend." It's like, don't know if you have to say that in a post, but you guy.
You know what? Hey, you know what? We come here to have character, and I feel like that's a character thing right there. That's
not sure I'd put that in a post, but whatever.
To each their own. It's just what
was that? Oh, what was that song I sent you? The we need one of the yeah, we need one of the editors to clip mouthful of Phoebe's and Garrett just like dancing around like, yeah.
I cannot imagine what that would look like. I would have to say like
thought shit. Yeah, we need Garrett bouncing around doing mouthful of Phoebe's.
Just go for it. Run it by him. See what he thinks.
No, we don't need to run. If this guy's gonna have the audacity to put, "Yeah, I'm banging my girlfriend" in his posts, we don't need to run that by him.
He might start the OnlyFans. He might get it started for us.
So we have an interesting show. The first few segments are going to be taken up by Chickster's favorite, Wilcox. Anyway, producer Alex is here as always. So, Alex, how are you? What's up?
I'm good, man. Why don't you tell Alex and everybody that's tuned in who you saw today, who you met today?
Yeah, Manny Ruffin. I saw Manny Ruffin live and in the flesh today. Sam Linton can't make the gym, but Manny Ruffin showed up today. Well, I didn't even know Manny Ruffin was coming. It was a great surprise.
How tall is Manny? How tall is he?
6'2".
6'2". Did he play basketball?
He did.
You think I could take him?
No.
You don't think so? You haven't even seen me play basketball. How do you know?
Yeah, but you're the same height as me.
It doesn't matter. Muggsy Bogues was 5'3".
Yeah, but
I hate when people doubt me. I hate that.
If we were playing like a 5-on-5 game and I guarded you, you wouldn't score on me.
I wouldn't have to score. I dish out assists. That's the best thing about pickup is that I'm the only one that passes in pickup.
So do I.
Oh, yeah, it's because you can't shoot.
No, I can shoot.
I don't know about all that. You told me you wouldn't score.
I'm Sean Marion from downtown.
Yeah, exactly my point. Motherfucker can't shoot. You see how the hell he fucking shoots? No, it ain't gonna work that way. No. I'll have to. We know what we need to do. We need to get everyone from the site and run a pickup game. That's what we need to do. Write that down.
It depends on what version of Trey shows up, but I'm not half bad.
So you want like a 25 on 25?
No. We'll just have to like pick up next. We'll have to pick up next.
Yeah.
Not everyone here's a hooper. I would love to see Prosser.
Expansion.
We gotta get Prosser in there. Yeah, it's a fantasy draft. Yeah, we're picking teams. That's your team.
I'm actually not a bad guy to have on the team though, because I'll foul the shit out of people.
Yeah, I know. I already know you would.
Trey fouls out in the first quarter.
And then he looks at you like, "What? That wasn't even a foul. I barely touched you." He's one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys that just pushes you all the way out there, and you're just like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And he's like, "I didn't even touch you. I don't know what the fuck your problem is."
Pretty much.
You're psychotic. That's the problem. You're psychotic.
Producer Alex called me that at the gym today.
He's psychotic. Dude, like
He just has crazy eyes, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing?
have you seen how mad he gets watching people play games? He's like, why are you doing this? Like that's some psychotic. Like Jackson can't even enjoy fucking NFL head coach anymore, right? You ruined that game for him because he's just like, dude, I'm just like, I feel legitimately black. I don't even want to play games in front of you because you're like, why are you doing this? What the fuck are you doing?
The one day we were at the gym and he was talking about it, and he's like, nah, like yeah, Jackson's done with that. I can do that so much better than him. That's what he said. He's like, I need my stream set up so I can do that so much better than Jackson. He's an idiot. He's not doing it right. I could do it better. I can run my team better than him.
Could you imagine just playing the game for fun? Like not, I mean, just kind of vibing. Can't do that on Trey's watch.
Dude, it's not my fault. Not. I just go on these angry streaks. Like it just comes out. Like I don't even say anything. You can see it in me.
You were practically coaching Garrett's, FIFA stream. You're like, no, not that guy. Don't get that.
Yeah, but that's not even me being angry. Like I get these angry streaks. They just come out.
Is it only for head coach or is it like?
No, it's just like in general. They just come out. Like I look like a psychopath. I'm not like saying.
Look.
I don't even like say anything. I just have that like.
It's just like a switch, and you just turn psychotic. Is it?
I'm looking really good right now, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking really good
for the gym.
Oh yeah.
Well, you constantly brag to me and Jackson about but what's the goal? What are we shooting for? Okay.
Alien mode.
I almost beat him to it. I almost just said it just so he didn't have to say it.
Yeah, like I don't get it.
It's every article.
Yeah.
I'm jacked alien mode. Wait till Vegas. I'm jacked alien.
Wait till Vegas. Wait till Vegas.
All these fat asses are gonna see that
I don't ever fat shame people. That is not true.
Dude, like constantly every day. Oh, did 110 shoulder press for 7. I'm feeling powerful. I'm like, what's the goal here?
He
like,
sounds just like
you just see some guy in the fucking gym, and he's just like, ooh. It's like, what are you training for? The Olympics? Is like, bro, like, chill out.
Oh man.
I can't
wait
for
the Olympics.
Like, what you on, bro? Like, for. Oh my god, I would legitimately be scared of like Trey in the gym. I don't know. I just like look at him and I'm like, dude, I'm not going anywhere near that guy. Guy is like focused in his workout. I'm always so afraid to get in people's way at the gym, and like I would like dodge Trey with like a 10-foot pole just to stay out his workout range. I don't even know what it consists of.
You don't use that 10-foot pole enough.
What was it? What, you just have me on to have fucking baby jokes the whole time?
Maybe.
Not fun.
Anyway,
was I the 5th choice this time? I just have to ask. Was I the 5th?
No, there was like 7 people that asked to do it, and you were the first choice this time.
Oh, thank you. I
because I don't know when I'm going to hear from you next.
Well, I'll have to talk shit my way. I mean, there's no after the fucking finals. I'm just trying to survive till football season.
Who's going to take over that fantasy show of yours?
Oh, that's an hour. I could do that. Unless the baby comes tomorrow, I won't be able to do it. Or the next week, next Tuesday, I won't be able to do it. If anything, Trey, you might have to step in. Would you be okay with that?
Did anybody ask you to do it this week?
I'm gonna ask after this episode because it's on my list because I was just like,
well, you may as well just have me do it because I already know Tan asked me to fill in for Jackson, so I already have to do that show.
So you're just gonna be already.
You may as well just keep me on because Courtney just does them back to back anyway.
That'll work for me then. And I'll just get one more.
Anyway, speaking of the guy that ditched you in fantasy.
Yeah, Nick Speaks. Here we go.
Nick Speaks just needs to be like Nick Silence. Just don't fucking talk anymore.
Ooh,
okay,
bro,
just leave. Honestly, like what is the point? You know what? Like Prosser saved his ass yesterday because I really wanted to do Survivor.
Well, here's the craziest part about it is we almost did have Survivor. Prosser saved you guys. I did 10 posts. I was only going to do 10 posts.
Saved us, guys. He saved Nick Speaks, Nick Silent, whatever.
Well, I
He
warned
saved his
the
ass.
I warned the group on Friday. I said the post production on the weekends stinks. So I was going to pick one of the days and I was going to load up on posts. But they came through.
It's ridiculous. We need to get rid of that.
I
guy.
thought for sure we were going to have Survivor, and I was going to pose an interesting question to the group, and we were going to find out who the real savages were, because Michael Bronner and Owen Hill are absolutely getting fired at the end of the month because I have not heard from them, and they're interns who are doing it for non-credits. So, like August, the school year starts anyway, so they're gone.
Have they done anything?
Not really. Well, Bronner has done like 2 posts. Owen Hill has done 0. So, yeah.
Wait,
But
what was the
fucking
question?
point?
the group would have had a choice. They could either fire them early because they're going to get fired anyway, or they could vote for someone. And
I would have voted for
technically-
somebody else.
And technically, it would have been 3 people that are gone then.
That's what 3 people, more the merrier at this point. Like this is ridiculous.
Well,
What has
there's
this guy done?
There's an interesting paradox though, because he's almost so dumb that it's free content.
You remember
It's
the
not gonna
last
last
really
forever.
dumb guy that we had?
It's not going to last forever, but he's so dumb that you almost got to, it's like one of those shooting stars. It's like, it's only there for like 5 seconds, but you got to tap every single ounce of juice out of it. I mean,
No.
Krieger ripped the kid in a blog being like, this is the dumbest thing you'll read today.
Yeah, I read that. That was, and he commented it like that, and he's like, but what are we doing? He hasn't even done anything.
Well, that's not technically true. He did start a draft, but there are 0 words in it.
Oh, I'm glad he started the post.
Yeah, there's
With
a
the
title.
title?
There's a title. There's no words.
What's the
to it,
title?
though. NBA free agents, top free agents, or whatever.
Oh, that shit ain't getting done.
Probably.
Absolutely not getting done. Why is he
Probably not.
like he hasn't said anything since he left the chat?
Yeah,
I-
how about that move?
I haven't
That's
even-
a first. That's a first. This guy took himself out of the random chat.
I would like to say I talk shit, a lot of shit. Okay, I have a title. here,
That
okay?
doesn't sound like you.
I know, but I didn't even talk shit to him. Like I was so
You
pissed.
did. You actually went soft
That was on
mode.
the show.
You
I
went
did
Charmin
not,
soft
no.
mode.
That was on the show that he never went on and he never watched. Obviously,
You went soft mode though.
I said something in that chat.
soft mode.
This
Got
was
better
actually
use of my
happening.
times.
This all happened when we were recording last week's.
Yeah, we have to bring it up because we missed it last time, and
Yeah.
it's so newsworthy that we have to say it.
And like, I just like always when I'm recording, like I always have the Slack just behind me, just in like I don't know, something could whatever. It's just always on there, something to click on. Like if Trey's going on some rant, I'm like, all right, let me just see if there's something that happened. So I just saw that, and
He's
then
like tuning you out. He's like, okay,
and I
another
just
one of
read
these
this,
shits.
and I said to myself, like in my head, I was like, all right, like I've been quiet in this chat for like so long, like just about like people were like arguing about sports. I usually just like I'm not answering, but this one I was like, all right, I've sat quiet for most of these arguments that happen in these chats. I physically cannot let myself not say anything. So a lot of people had already said so many different comments already after it. So I didn't want mine to get drowned out. So I just replied to it. And I said something like, I stayed out of this or whatever. And then I was like, but you're honestly, bro, like you're just a moron. Like you really just are. Like, how can you even say that?
Yeah.
We talked about it on my show. We were like, bro, how can you even say that? And for
those who don't know,
say what he said.
for
Go
those who
ahead.
don't know, this Nick Wilcox guy basically came out in our company Slack and said he thinks that Conor McGregor broke his leg on purpose to save himself from embarrassment.
You ever just break your leg on purpose?
That's a take.
You ever just break your leg on purpose?
Now,
Like-
Chickster, you should actually be thanking him because previously you had the number 1 worst take on it. Now that's been replaced. So you should actually be thanking him.
Well, what is
Wait,
it?
you said the Detroit Pistons get all the max free agents.
Actually, I'm being misquoted once again.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure that's
I
what you
have
said.
I can read the article to you.
I have the
I
full
can read
screenshot.
it to you.
I just want to let everybody know that I screenshotted what he said because you know how Slack just deletes it, like how
Yes.
like over time it'll delete the messages. I have
Because we don't have the paid version.
whatever. I have it
Free.
screenshotted on my phone. It's never going anywhere. So then this dude can never deny the fact that he said it. This is what he said. He said, Max Everett said he still sells like a motherfucker, talking about Conor McGregor. And Nick Speak says, call me crazy, but he injured himself so he wouldn't even get more embarrassed.
Oh, you crazy.
So then I said what I just said. Adam Krieger says, I don't think that's how breaking a leg works. But what do I know? And then Max Everett said something else, just saying that like he was like, of all the things McGregor can do, I somehow don't think breaking his leg on demand is one of them. That is one of the wildest takes I have ever read. And I just dropped a piece on Stephen A. Smith. And then this guy goes, at Max Everett, don't get butthurt about Conor losing. You saw how he was definitely losing. The way he slips on his ankle tells me a different story. Again, call me nuts, call me crazy. I could care less. So what I said after the fact on Saturday, or it might have been Friday, whenever that was. No, it was Wednesday night. Wednesday night this happened. And I was like, you obviously do care because you left the random chat because everybody was shitting on you for this take. Literally. Like, what do you mean you don't care? You left the chat.
Isn't that crazy though? Isn't that crazy though? Messages me on Twitter how he doesn't know how to use Slack, but removes himself from a chat.
He did. He took the crash course of how to use Slack. That's what it was. He actually went to the help guide and he figured out how to leave it. You know how pressed you have to be to go to the help guide to learn how to leave a chat on an app that you don't know how to use? That takes commitment.
I mean, how about how bad I was trolling you during the One Fantasy show?
Every comment was not even about anything. You weren't even trolling me because I was trying not to.
Wilcox said Alex Smith broke his leg on purpose.
No, you were just roasting me at that.
That was just all my comments.
You were roasting me. You're like, like Wilcox says you just have gray hairs. Wilcox says like you can't pull out in time. Wilcox said, I'm like, bro, like this is you saying this now. Like
Wilcox says you made your eyesight go bad on purpose so you can wear glasses.
Like who? Like wow, okay, thank you.
And then you just had the high schooler Arav just sitting there like straight face, like not cracking a smile at all.
God, like at that point, I think everyone was just like, what's coming now? Like what's coming now? Like
wait, how about the fact that Vivek am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Vivek. Yeah.
Where he was saying he was like same time next week. And then literally it almost happened again. And I remember I read your message in there, Trey, and you were like, guys, Vivek called it, bro.
I was pissed. I was ready to just
say did you say that the whole Garrett story with say what Carl his idea that he proposed for the new
So
Survivor.
Carl had a new rule and I'm for it. I'm 100% for it, but it has to be tweaked a little bit. Because the whole purpose of the Survivor is for those who don't communicate with me, they're on the list. So Carl's idea was if any person other than me outposts the group, they can add any name they want to the next Survivor list, which is brilliant. It just needs to be tweaked a little bit because, people that are like really good with communicating with me, it almost goes against the original purpose of the idea. So it would have to be like borderline people that like, who are doing shit but like not really communicating.
I don't know, man. Automatic fire. I've like if they outpost the group, automatic fire. They get to pick one person for that list. And
you kept pushing Garrett, but he didn't actually do it. He was close.
Yeah, I didn't see the two afterwards because I was confused and I went back and I looked and I was like, oh yeah, there was two more posts after that.
Like a perfect example would be like maybe not eligible, but like Tanner Pike has such rocks for brains that like you want to add him to the list.
DeAndre Ayton is a top 3 center in the league.
That's not my problem with the guy. He's just dumb. He's just like dumb.
We have a lot of dumb people.
Well, he clearly doesn't listen to Cheese because I've said at least 3 times that please don't add me on LinkedIn. I don't like LinkedIn. I don't give a 2 shits about LinkedIn. And then he goes and adds me on LinkedIn. So
nice.
He's just dumb.
Nice. We're gonna have to take a clip of that and just send it to him, so he knows. So he's like, fine. This is what you missed from Cheese.
That's fine.
This is what you missed. No. Well,
I-
why do we
I
have
don't-
those people?
I actually don't even like. I don't want this to sound as like cocky, but like, let's say like you worked for that certain company, like, wouldn't you want to listen to Eric? Like, I would be stupid if I didn't listen to Erica Nardini's show if I worked there. Like, I would consider myself dumb. I would want to know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, especially if like Cheese is like the company insight and what's going on, and like, you know, most of that from the CEO. You know what I mean?
Don't
Like,
add me on LinkedIn.
that. Yeah, you don't want to be. I'm gonna
And
add
don't
you on
message
LinkedIn.
me on Twitter.
I'm
me on Twitter.
I'm gonna add you on LinkedIn, and then I'm gonna message you on Twitter, just so I can say hi. I'll do it when the baby, so we're still in contact. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's why I like you. You can at least fight back a little bit.
It's, you know, it comes with like, I feel like tenure. You know, you just once you get a little bit more comfortable. You know what I mean? Some people I think are still deathly scared of you.
No.
Yeah, I so a little bit. You're, like I said, this goes back to the beginning. Kind of psychotic sometimes. Sometimes, and I can see where like people are like, "Ooh."
Do you think
Okay.
I've changed you or anyone's personality from being here?
No,
No.
not mine. That question seemed like it was more directed at me. You didn't change.
No, it's just anybody.
I would have to find. I could find someone. I would have to look, but I could find someone. I'm pretty
Those
sure.
3 high school kids are going to become corrupted.
No, those guys they're vicious. Like Vivek, man,
Here, do you see like the little switch that goes off in his head?
he's like, we're firing someone. Hold on, I'm coming.
Could you imagine like if this kid like, you know, gets like some kind of like side job or whatever, and he's like, so you mean we don't fire someone every week?
This is not normal in the work industry. What? What?
Wait,
What are
so
we
you,
doing?
wait, so you're telling me like I can't just fire someone?
Yeah, he's like, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be the boss, so I can fire whoever I want. That's what, like, so
This job sucks. I can't fire someone.
gotta change it from the inside out. He's like, guy, man, you just say fire someone. He's like, I'm there. I don't even care about homework. He cares about nothing else in this world. If he gets to fire someone.
You actually wanted to talk about these kids. I talked about them last week, but you wanted to talk about them.
Oh no, these guys, they're great. The Vivek, I think he did the tennis post, man. Tennis posts.
They're getting big views.
They're hot. They're hot. And
Did you have to do SEO with them, Alex?
I did. And it wasn't him. Varun had a lot of questions. AR. I can't say the other.
Why
guys.
can't you say people's names?
Because
Producer Alex, did you hear my idea?
What's the idea?
Jackson, Brian Tan. Excuse me. Jackson, Brian Tan, and Alex are so bad at saying names that I want to hold a competition of like they have to say people's names, and whoever gets the most right wins.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I feel like you should
Right.
just do a lot of
I mean, it's
hockey
all-
names, because I'm in the hockey chat and I look at the
Yeah,
hockey
but,
names
like,
and I have no idea what the fuck you're like how to say that.
Those are like super hard. Like, you gotta just do like, I don't know, like regular names that like just the average person can.
Dude, they couldn't
pronounce,
say
like-
Maria Taylor.
Yeah, like stuff like
don't
that.
include
Like,
me in that.
look at him. Don't include me in that.
Don't
Look at
include
him.
me in that one.
Look at him.
The guy in the Raiders who came out, you couldn't even say his
damn.
name. Carl Nassib, you couldn't even say his name right.
Carl Nassib.
Like,
That's what
these
I said.
guys are bad when it comes to pronouncing.
They
names.
Nassib. See, look. Oh,
Oh,
Why,
easy.
did they
That's
say
not-
like Nasib or something?
Yes, that's what he said.
I don't remember that. That was so long ago. Why are you still like held up on things that were weeks ago? That's
Because
my
that's
whole
how I
thing.
am, dude.
Ah.
I don't sleep at night. Like things that happen to me, like it drives me nuts. I don't let things go. It could be something that happened 10 years ago. I still think about it.
That guy
how I
stole
am.
my bagel. He's looking for his fucking
That
lost
guy
ass bagel.
got to the 110-pound dumbbells before I did.
That's how I am. I don't
He
don't
had
sleep at
8.
night.
God damn it! I'm still chasing him to this day. I only got 7 right now.
That shit it keeps me up at night.
he's like, what's your name? Okay, I'm fucking coming for your ass. All right, just know that. Don't sleep tonight. Only dream of me doing fucking dumbbells. Fucking A. I don't know, man. But those three high school kids, man, they're killers, and they're not even like molded in yet.
I like
God,
the diversity of the articles from these guys. Like I don't really
Mhm.
knew that we had tennis articles like beforehand.
I
And
think
then
he's the
obviously
only tennis
when
guy.
Wimbledon's on, like that's a great thing to cover. So I think it was almost just like fitting how like these guys came in and then Wimbledon was on, the biggest tennis event ever, and then you have people that can write about it. So I think it was just like, like stars aligned for that.
We did have a tennis guy, but he didn't work out so well.
That was way before
That's
me.
one of the names that I, out of sight, out of mind. I don't know.
Chickster, you've been here long enough. How many people have you seen come and go?
A lot. Like, what are you up to? Like 150 now?
Oh, it's
getting
probably
close.
more. It's probably more.
Oh, that's.
I think
sad.
it's in the 200 range.
200. I was gonna go 200, but I thought 200 was gonna be a lot.
Well,
I thought
mean,
150.
I feel
was
like you
gonna
got
be
to
good.
take into consideration that like most of these kids are interns for their credit, so like they leave, but then
That actually hasn't been the case that many times.
but then
Very few times.
then you have the same people in that group that want to stay afterwards. You know what I mean? So like people like me and people like Krieger and people like, like a couple months ago when we were talking about this internship class, including my class from January to May, and you had a meeting with those people that were going to stay. And it was like, all right, here, like you can stay if you want. I can't pay you, but you can stay if you want. So it's like that happens too. But then you also have like the bozos that just aren't, active at all. So then they just
I'd
have to
say
go.
maybe out of all the people, it's like 3% that finished their internship and then was like, yeah, I'm out.
Well, and
Very, very few.
And some
Yeah,
that you
but, like,
kicked
that's
out,
what I-
like
that's what I mean.
Robert Shaw.
Yeah.
Like you were like, yeah, no.
Well, I didn't even want to keep him.
No, I know you didn't. That was your favorite.
You heard my idea, right?
About what?
When we have the office in place, like it's live, we're setting foot in there every single day. I want to have like one of those Viking funerals for all the people that like didn't make it to the office.
Oh my God.
And like light up their picture on a boat and just send them off.
And you like staying up, obviously, and remembering everything. You'll find a picture of each one. You'll remember where you like.
Oh, I can go right through the Slack app and all the deactivated accounts.
Boom. There you go.
You have access to
gotta-
that? Are you the only one that has access to that?
Yeah, I do.
To see how many people have come and gone.
I'd have to count, but I would guess.
Like I think you should find out like what that number is, like how many people have like, including what we have right now, how many people have been a part of the Slack.
I'll count for next week.
Yeah, like where you can say like, oh, it's year 3 and we've had however many, this number of people that have in this 2 to 3 year span have been a part of it.
I will say the turnover rate has gone down, but there were some fucking characters.
Well, I mean, I think that just goes with like the experience of everything. People start to figure out like either this is for me or this is not for me, and then that's when the turnover rate like slows down. Like those high school kids now. I mean, sure, like what are they? 16,
They love it here.
17, like
it's only their first month, so
right. But what I
they
mean
love
is
it
like
here.
they still have the rest of high school, so you could easily get them for that.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean. And then obviously college is a different story in terms of time management and all that. But you've just found the right kids. Are these guys that are just applying to the internship because they're open? Like
that one wasn't even open.
That's what I mean.
That kid emailed me individually and then brought his other 2 friends with him.
So AR, he emailed you. He was interested.
And
where did
Vendetta,
he hear about it? He doesn't have a very big Twitter profile, so I'm kind of confused.
I don't know.
It was probably he was just looking at Czech internships, saw Vendetta.
You know what it might have been? I do. There is a post on the site that says internships or what? I don't.
Yeah,
there is a post on the site.
It's also the pinned tweet on Twitter. So if he somehow found the Twitter, the pinned tweet literally says like
could be a number of things.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, if you find me, you know where to find my email. So.
Yeah, and one of the emails is on the Chegg internships thing,
Yeah.
so you can just email it right from there.
No, they're good. They're making a lot of people look bad. and
Yep.
and I don't even think they've like tapped into any potential.
You know what my question is with these Survivor people? Like, how do you not have the thought process to be like, well, I was on the list. Like, maybe I should message this guy before I continue to look more like a fool.
My thing with
They
it is
don't
just like,
even watch.
I would
Yeah.
watch it because like if I was on that list, like I don't know, wouldn't you want to know if people were like completely just bashing you? Like
Yeah.
if that was me, I'd be like, I want to know exactly what everybody said about me. And
But
like
that's
that
the problem,
sense-
though. You care. A lot
Yeah.
of these guys just don't fucking care.
Like, think of like what's that guy? That Milo's guy, Memo. He got put out to dry
Yeah, he
by
got
Hunter in
killed.
that edit. Like, how do you not like?
But the other thing
Wow,
with
I
that is
look
there's
horrible.
people that would take that as like being on Survivor on like the Survivor list and everybody saying this and that about them. There's people that would take it in the wrong way and be like, "Oh, I want to go scream at all these kids. They talk shit on me, this, that, and the other." But then, and that's the incorrect way. The best way to handle that is be like, "All right, they said this, this, and this about me. I did this, this, and this to get on this list. Let me do this, 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 and this." So then they're saying the complete opposite, and I'm never on that list again. So that's like the mature way of handling it. Like, I mean, that's the best. I think that honestly could be the good thing that comes out of it. People realize, oh yeah, like this was a wake up call for me. I messed up.
Jeremy
Come
Rinaldi.
back, and they're never going to say exactly. Jimmy Rinaldi was a great example of that. Got called out and then came back and no problems ever since.
You know
then.
what? You know what? You want to talk about? You want to talk about criticism? Like before Survivor, Krieger, man, he was like, Krieger, what are you doing? Krieger, what is this? Krieger, what is this? And took each one on the fucking chin, and then now he's like, he's a fucking baller.
Now his Barstool articles go off, and he's more of a writer than I thought.
I was brutal to him in the beginning.
Oh, it was bad. I was secondhand embarrassment, man. I was like, fuck, like figure it out. Like
he's better for it today.
Huh?
He's better for it today.
I mean, everyone's got to learn somehow. Can you
look at Max Everett? He's almost like really good.
He's working on things, man. Like
he got. What I said to Trey, I think it was either last week or the week before, and I wanted to say this to you, Alex, too, was the fact that when Krieger applied, he was applying as a producer, but that position wasn't there. And then after I read a couple of his articles when he first started back in this was like February. We both started in January. We were both in the same intern class. And I was like, I would have thought this kid was a writer before. Like, I wouldn't have even thought that he was going to be, trying to get a producing gig or whatever, anything like that. I would have thought he was a writer. But then when we talked about it, he was like, no, I actually applied for that. Like, I never was applying for writing. I never have really written like that. And I'm like, what? Like, you got to start thinking that writing is a path that you can go down. Like, you're good at it.
He works hard, man. Like that. He works super hard. Super respect, man. Because that guy took each criticism on the chin. He's like, all right, I'm gonna be better because of this. And
like
that's the people I want.
The views show on his articles, don't they? I mean, his Barstool articles go off. Like,
yeah, for sure. No, it's just
Alex. You can tell me if you agree with this. Okay. People can say what they want about me, but like, I have one way to lead and one way only, and I think people get better being here.
Oh, absolutely. Even though Scott didn't like he didn't like your leadership style at all. And I think he's finally come around.
That was literally like the first 3 days after I'd started here. And the Slack was just going off.
I really did.
What is going on?
I really tried to get him to quit. I really did try to get him to quit. I tried super hard to get him to quit. I was talking mad shit. I was trying so hard and he just wouldn't do it. But you know what? I think Scott's come around now.
He's easily one of the best NFL people that we have.
I don't like half of his takes. I think why are we so fixated on the Raiders? I have to ask that.
I think you're the problem.
I don't know. How am I the problem?
You're the problem.
Unprovoked article about the Raiders. Nothing happened.
You don't have to comment on everything.
On the Raiders, huh?
You don't have to comment on everything. You can let people do their thing and stay quiet and click on.
Why was it even a deal? Why? What provoked a Raiders article?
I didn't write it. You'd have to ask him.
That's what I'm saying though. Why? What's with the hyper fixate? We're all focused on the Raiders. Why? Why?
It's a topic.
Ah,
It's a good topic.
how many? Like, what? It's just we're just being redundant.
I don't know.
I think we are.
When's the last time there was a Raiders article before that?
Literally, like
You
2
are
weeks
just
ago.
you are in a toxic relationship. You refuse to acknowledge you're in a
Okay.
toxic relationship. People try to help you, and then you just deny it. So it's just whatever.
How was that trying to help me? How did that article?
Oh,
try
if
to
you
help
would
me?
just be a little bit like honest about what's going on, then
How does
people
that
would
article
probably
help
just
me?
let it go.
How?
What do you mean how?
How does that article help me? You said you guys are trying to help me. How does that article help?
If you just look at his transaction
I read it.
list, well,
I
he
read the
didn't
article.
even include a lot of the people. Like I would have went like, oh, LaMarcus Joyner gave him $60 million, cut him. Tyrell Williams.
They did.
gave
He
him
did
how much?
mention that, didn't he? I thought he did.
I don't know.
I don't know. I read the article. I'm like, okay, what was the point? What was the point of the article?
It's content.
I feel like Scott's he's like a closet Raiders fan. There's 31 other teams in the league, and he always talks about the Raiders.
You're the worst.
I am.
I just
Absolutely.
want you to know that.
Absolutely. I want to be the worst, though. I want to be. Like, that's like being insufferable is like, it's a part of me. If I'm not being insufferable, then I don't know who I am.
All right, a few more things on the list I have here.
Okay.
What's your plan with this fantasy show? Is it going as you expected? Like,
it started, I don't know. You want to talk about criticisms, like you're like, your topics suck. And I was like, okay. So you're like, let me help you out. Yeah, you did.
how are my topics?
And we used your topics, some of your topics last week, and I felt like it was a lot better. Like it was, it's just taking, like, you have to be able to look at yourself and be like, okay, I'm not doing something right.
Well, it's just
Boom.
unorganized. You need like segments.
Yeah. And I
You
felt
can't
like
just
that was,
ramble about nonsense.
I don't know, but that's what I love, rambling. That's like,
You can't.
I know
You can't
that's-
just ramble on a show like that.
I know that's the problem. And so it was good to have that structure and to have those topics in there, because now I can still ramble a little bit, but I can have it, at least it's like controlled chaos. You know what I mean? Like I can control.
That's Trey right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Controlled
God.
chaos.
Oh my God.
So it'll be better. It's going to be a lot better. I feel like first couple episodes, and then the fourth episode, I was just pissed the whole time, and I still like committed to recording.
All
because
this
of fucking
too is
Wilcox.
just trial and error.
Yeah,
You just have to be able to keep doing it.
yeah.
I mean, not many people want to sit there and do it. Like, or they just
I'm surprised Courtney Plummer wants to sit there and do it with you.
Me and Courtney vibe. We
he
vibe.
said me and Courtney vibe.
We vibe, dude. Like, she's a vibe.
You're like one of those gnats, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised she's like, get out of here. Like,
That's rude. That's rude, and that's mean. Okay, that was just uncalled for. I'm at least like a mosquito.
Alex,
just
I feel
make
like
sure to
you-
like. Go
Alex,
ahead.
I feel like you get bashed a lot from Trey. Is that true?
Dude, all the time.
Yeah, but that's the
all the
thing.
time.
Like, if I'm not like making some sort of comments, I probably don't like you.
True.
That's just the way I am. If I'm not like making some kind of comment, I just probably don't like you.
It's just little shots here and there. Little
Yeah.
shots here and there. No, but fucking that fourth episode was just a disaster. What pissed me off about that, I don't know. I said it on the fantasy show, but he confirmed earlier that day with me.
Wilcox,
He was like,
you got to say the guy's
Wilcox,
name. Nobody
Nick
knows what
Wilcox.
you're talking about.
Yeah, I did say Wilcox earlier, but Nick Wilcox, he confirmed, because I did his SEO training. He confirmed with me with witnesses there that he's like, hey, are we still doing this fantasy show? I'm like, yes, it is today, 9 p.m. Eastern time, right? Trey was even against it because he hadn't even wrote a post for the site. Okay. But I was like, no, it's cool. And then I'm like 7:50. It'd be 8 o'clock my time. I'm like 7:55.
Well,
I'm like, where is he? 7:59. I'm like, Garrett was like, I'll do the show with you. I'm like, bet. And so we did the show. And then you popped in later on.
Was it only
I was
going to
just-
be you and Nick?
It was gonna be me, Nick, and AR. But AR
Okay.
told me, he's like, hey, I had some family stuff,
I
I'm
thought
like,
it was
okay, that's
Garrett.
cool. No, Garrett
No,
filled in
I was
for
just
AR.
asking like who was supposed to be on there. Like, was
It was-
Nick the only guy that was on there?
It was supposed to be AR and Nick. And then AR a couple hours earlier. He was like, "Hey, I have some family stuff. I'm not gonna be able to make it." That's fine. Communicated. I get that, right? So I was like, okay. I knew Garrett wasn't doing anything, so I was like, Garrett, come on the show with me. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And then we were just waiting for Wilcox, who fucking 20 minutes after the show already started. He was like, oh, I didn't know we were still on. And so, as I was ranting at the very beginning of the show, Trey decided to get on. That was very nice of him.
He was a disaster on that home run derby stream.
Was he on that?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I wanted to scream.
Wait,
at
who
somebody.
was?
Wilcox.
Why is he here? Why, like,
Who ran that stream?
Christian, gambling guy.
I love that dude.
Oh, he's great. I like
Love
Christian
that
too.
dude.
It's just whenever Wilcox joined, it turned into a disaster. I was going nuts because I really thought Alonso was going to win it. I don't gamble often, but I actually did this time.
I had money on Juan Soto.
Put some on Alonso. I was going nuts, and fucking these two are going back and forth on who's the top 5 players in NBA history. Like,
when the dude came into the league 3 years or 4 years younger than Jordan did.
I'm done with this LeBron conversation.
dude, we're watching the fucking home run derby. Like, I don't want to listen to you guys talk about MJ LeBron. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm trying to watch the home run derby. I'm trying to watch Pete Alonso crush homers.
I can't get into baseball. Like, this is lost
I
subject for me.
had Juan Soto. It was fun though because
He was a good pick. Like,
No, I like the
was a good
ballsy pick because it was either, like it's gonna hit or it's gonna be a bust because he had to go against Ohtani in the first round. That's why I loved it so much.
If I wasn't gonna pick Alonso, I would have picked either Soto or Mancini.
Yeah, I mean, people that that had money on Ohtani, I think were just like not.
The absolute worst pick was Joey Gallo. That guy didn't have a single prayer to win.
It was
anybody that picked Joey Gallo was a complete
It was
and
a
utter fool
trap.
or doesn't know anything about baseball. That was the only pick where I'm like,
That was my pick.
It was
Probably.
just a trap. Like
was
that
my-
and Ohtani were the traps. Like
I don't know.
I could have seen Ohtani win it. He would have been my pick, but like Joey Gallo, I mean, that guy just grounds his shit. He has the worst swing for the whole thing.
I agree.
But that's baseball.
I agree. Worst swing I've ever seen in my life.
look at
Can't
him.
believe it.
Baseball. I think 3 more things on my list, and then we'll wrap up.
Cool.
Can we have a bet on who has the best tan for when we show up to Vegas?
Well, what's the parameters?
Alex, don't you love how everything just alludes back to Vegas? Jack,
What does that mean?
Jim, Alien, Tan,
Like,
whatever we
dude,
talk about.
I
back to
don't think
Vegas.
he realizes like a motherfucker tans out here. Like I tan. Like it's
I
will
think
be out
I'm gonna
for an
have a better
hour,
tan
and I
than
will
you,
be
though.
dark.
I think
You're
I'm gonna
not-
have a better tan than
To
you.
be fair, you can tell him what Manny said today. Go ahead, tell him.
Manny noticed my tan, big time.
Yeah, that's because you're white. It's easier to see
So
when
are
white people
you!
tan.
So are
I'm
you!
still darker complected than you.
I don't think you are.
I am though.
I'm Sicilian.
Manny said he
I'm
thought Trey.
Sicilian.
Manny said he thought Trey was a light skin because of his tan, because he said he looked a lot darker than like he looked in like the Zoom pictures or whatever.
Nah, not impressed.
What's our bet?
That was Manny's words, not mine.
What
just
do
said
you
he
want the
looked
bet to
tan.
be?
I
What do you
don't
want
know.
the bet to be?
We'll figure it out. But can we just like acknowledge that we'll have some kind of bet?
We'll have a bet.
Okay.
I just want you to know that is in the middle of football season, and I will be outside for at least like 5 hours a day.
Okay.
All right.
Loser buys the group drinks.
All right. Wait, how many drinks? I'm frugal, guys. Like, I'm not gonna have everyone go crazy, rack up $1,000 tab. I can't do that.
No. Just around.
We're
we'll
gonna
figure it out.
here's what we'll do. I know we're gonna go to Top Golf one night. Loser pays the other person's bill. at
You're
Top
gonna
Golf.
get fucked at Top Golf.
Okay, we'll see.
I've seen you swing though. Like it's just, okay.
I'm not a golf guy. You probably. I mean, I had a
I'm
fucked
not
up
even a
back,
golf
so
guy either. I'm actually horrible at golf, but
If I hit a
after-
couple moonshots, I'll be happy.
you
Not-
just whack
not
the
gonna
hell out
happen.
of it, don't you? You just
Not gonna happen.
he's like, guys, I did 7 on 110 shoulder press. Like I can whack the shit out of this ball. Like
No, I've been learning some techniques. You got to get some height on you. You got to get some height on you.
He's been watching some videos before he goes to bed, just so he's ready for.
That's why he's staying up all night. That's what
I'm
he's staying
psychotic.
up.
That's how I am.
He's in
Prepared.
bed. And he's like this. He's like.
Yep, that's controlled chaos. Yep, that's
That's controlled chaos.
Yeah,
Put it on
everything's
her
full
shirt.
circle. You see it, I find a way.
2 more things. I wanted to reference this last week because there was talk that I was just being a hater of ESPN to just be a hater of ESPN. But Krieg's Corner wrote an article a couple days ago about how ESPN is planning on just completely dropping out of the New York radio station market because they're getting obliterated by WFAN. Thought it was interesting.
ESPN has gone down so
That is very
so much.
interesting.
Like if you
They're
really
they're just completely planning like we're done. We're not even going to try to compete.
I didn't even know about that. That's wild.
So for the like
they're
that,
funding-
I mean that's something. Like how can you? I know WFAN is huge, but
Yeah.
like you're not even willing to like try anymore because you're getting beat
Well,
that bad.
They do have a good ESPN like radio market. I feel like they have a lot of shows that happen on the radio.
They have
Now,
a ton of
granted-
shows.
Granted, they also do TV as well, but there is also just regular ESPN.
I know
radio
a
shows.
lot of people don't like Michael K. I don't watch the Yankees, so I don't have
I am a
necessarily
Michael K
opinion.
fan. I'm a Michael K fan.
I know he's one of the people on there. I know some people don't like him. I don't know the other shows, but I just thought it was interesting how Krieg's Corner wrote this article. I'll link it in somewhere, but they're just done with the New York radio station market.
Wow.
Wild.
That is wild. That is if you said that like when that happens, I still will be as like blown away as I am right now. Because I don't even know. I don't have any words on it. I'm like, holy shit. Because ESPN, what were we saying? This goes back again, full circle. This goes back to what we were talking about last week. You know, ESPN, it's just like they've been around for so long. There's other markets that are starting to do what they're doing in a different and better way, where it's like it's easier to see that you can't be the top dog for this long. You know what
The
I mean?
biggest
Like,
mistake they keep making is they put all their eggs in the basket of people that like clicks for bad reasons. It has a good short-term effect, but the longer they do that, the more people weed them out long-term. Like Stephen A. Smith, he'll get clicks for what he said about Ohtani, but
yeah.
more people will be like, I'm gonna not listen to him this time. And then he'll do something dumb again, and then another small group will be like, well, I'm not gonna listen to him this time. And over time, it adds up.
Kendrick Perkins is losing flair just because he's just so outlandish. And now he's going back, he's flip-flopping. Like, I mean, I feel like
That's the
think-
guys they're putting their eggs in, though.
You think Paul Pierce
No.
is sitting there right now saying, wow, me having weed and strippers on my Instagram story and getting fired from ESPN was the worst thing I ever could have done. You think
He
he's
don't
sitting
care.
there saying that?
Mm-mm.
no.
Nope. No.
It is kind of fucked that they did fire him and then Rachel Nichols did.
That's what
Oh,
I said.
her.
We talked about this on my show. Unbelievable.
That's
I saw
fucked.
there was a tweet
That's
on that.
absolute fuck.
There's a tweet that I saw. It was like in a joking way, but it got like over 200,000 likes. And it was just like ESPN, Paul Pierce. It was like ESPN is like Paul Pierce, strippers, weed, Instagram Live, snapping fingers, gone. Rachel Nichols says some very, very sketchy comments. We're cool.
What's
You
wrong
are
with weed and strippers?
cool.
That's what I want to know. What's wrong with weed and
Cool.
strippers? Like, you know what I mean?
You think
Like-
weed and strippers was worse for ESPN, or borderline racist comments was worse for ESPN? You
If
tell
anything,
me.
that
ESPN.
helped Paul Pierce. So it's
You know
like,
what I mean?
that would have helped.
That got Paul Pierce some love. Like that shows that the people watching that were like, damn, he obviously doesn't care. He's having a blast. Let's go live it up with him. Let's go watch him. Let's go tune into what he says for the NBA finals.
Imagine weed and strippers getting fired for weed and strippers. You're off duty and you're getting fired for it.
Like I
Can't
get
believe
it.
it.
It's like for the you know,
image.
ESPN right. You know what I mean?
Their
I
image is
understand.
awesome right now. Rachel Nichols. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's what I mean. That's my point.
awesome.
You want someone who's who's covering black athletes saying those types of comments, and that's what you're okay with? You're not okay. I don't know.
It adds up long term. It just adds up long term.
Hey,
Like little things like
man,
that.
she likes them athletes, though. She likes them athletes. There's rumors with LeBron. There's rumors with Jimmy Butler. There's rumors with I can't say this guy's name, Ersan Ilyasova or whatever.
Ilyasova.
I was close.
We're gonna have that game. Don't worry.
I was close. I was
circle,
close. That's a half point. That's a half point. I don't care. I'm giving myself a half point for that. But she has fun. I think she likes athletes, but she definitely lost a lot of respect.
Last question.
Okay.
You've been here for a while, Chickster.
Mm-hmm.
What's the mentality like for the fall?
Oh, it's go big, go home. Right now, we're putting all our chips in the center. We got it's about that time. It's step up or just get fucking left. Like I that's why I don't have time for people like fucking Wilcox. I don't have fucking time for people like that.
He might be your best friend.
If you can't show up, right? Can't show up. You're fucking stupid as shit with your takes. I'm pretty sure he's a nice person. So really, this is just sports related. And then you haven't done any posts. Get the fuck out. If you're not here to win, let's get the
Actually,
fuck out.
I need to hear. You said you had a rant prepared.
It was really just around that. It was around that, and I was gonna go, but I'm already kind of over it now, to be honest.
Garrett might steal your title.
If he does, you know what? If Garrett steals my title, more power to him. I think we need a trophy, and it needs to be named after me, though. I was technically the first person.
The Alex Chick Award.
The Alex Chick Award. The Alex Shit Talking Award. Like that is the Chickster Shit Talking Award.
You really like. You take that title seriously.
I took that title seriously. I did. That was my title. But I told you the very first time we talked on the phone, right? And you're like, this brand is about being an asshole, being, just ruthless, saying, people fucking suck, whatever. And I was all for it. And he's like, and I was like, but I told you, I'm not that big of an asshole. Garrett's a bigger asshole than I am. I remember saying that to you. And so, he took his hiatus and now he's here and words. And, like, okay, what the fuck? Are you an English teacher? I'm a math teacher.
No,
okay?
we're just going to have that game. We're going to have that.
I do want to say this, though. This just came in my head when you said the whole mentality thing for the fall. For the people that are going on the Vegas trip, they got to understand that this is the biggest thing that is ever going to happen since this company. So, since this company started, being able to actually make the first in-person real-time content is bigger than, going to sit at a pool deck, or we're going to be in a place that is literally the city that you say, New York City that never sleeps, whatever. Vegas is in the same category. So there's always going to be content to be made. Somebody's got to there's got to be more than one camera that goes. There's got to be more people that can brainstorm ideas for videos that can go out every day. There's got to be video editors that can edit a video in a couple hours and get a video out every single day. There cannot be one camera. There cannot be two cameras. There has to be somebody. There's enough of people. Enough of a group of people that are going where some people can go branch off. All right, we're going to go record this over here. All right, peace. We're going to go do that over here with this camera. See ya. Meet back here later. We'll see you at the pool later. Drinks, whatever. See you later. But content here, content there. We'll go find it. Meet back later. People need to understand that this is literally the biggest opportunity for exposure ever. And if we can't, achieve that, then we just missed out on so much, because how many times are we going to, take thousands of dollars away to go do a trip? And, you know what I mean? So things I think about for the people that are watching that are going on this trip.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
And the people that aren't going need to do blogs.
Imagine just doing a blog. It's just, imagine that. Nick Wilcox, NBA top free agents, waiting for it. Should I just add him every day? Just wondering where it's at.
Sure, why not?
Should I just do that just to make sure he's on top of it? If he gets, you know what? If he puts one name a day, he might get a post out before he leaves. You know what? He might get that one post out before he leaves.
I'm gonna make you go on a date with this guy.
All right, so like I said, I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. Don't want anything to do with him in this company. Like there half the people on Survivor I could live without. Has Nicole done anything?
She's been better, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. You don't know how much that shit pissed me off. Coming in here barking orders like you fucking run the place.
The funniest part of it is you didn't vote for her.
No, because it was a content thing.
No,
But god damn it, she was second on my list.
Well, the last thing I'll say, and I'll let Trey do his thing after, was when I saw that. Remember how I said I told you I say it all the time, Trey, everything's full circle. Remember how I was just saying how I like to stay quiet and I don't talk in these chats. When I saw that, and like she said, like I don't have to answer to you, I felt for you, bro. I was literally so close to typing. You were on Survivor. Did you watch it? I didn't see that you watched it because you would have commented on it.
I was just like, that's fine. You don't answer to me. But like I said, I like me and Trey talk pretty, like we at least talk a couple times a week.
We probably talk every day.
Yeah, like almost every day. And I was just like, if no one hears from you, we don't know where you're fucking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was like, for you on that, bro.
I was like, bro, you can come in here and bark orders, but we would like to hear from you. If you're gonna actually do this fucking shit, then we would like to hear from you. If we're not gonna hear from you, I don't know who you're barking orders at. You think these people are gonna fucking respect you when you just come in every once blue moon and act like you know what you're doing? Fuck off. Fuck off.
I was right with you, bro. I was right with you on that. I felt for you.
Oh,
I just stayed quiet.
Chickster, you think people here respect you?
I don't care.
I'm just asking.
Like I have no title. Like the only title I have is best shit talker, and that might be going away. But like I'm just like I'm one of the guys here. Okay, like I get it. Like I do. Like I have been doing this for a little bit with you now, and so I know a little bit. But like I'm more of a resource. I wouldn't say people respect me or not. I don't give a shit if you do or not. I'm still gonna talk my shit if you say something I don't like. So I mean, like Nicole's right. She doesn't answer to me. However, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna have to say. Like at that point, I'm gonna say what I have to say. So I don't know.
All right, Chickster. Any final thoughts?
Baby's coming. I guess I don't know. That's just day by day. That's just been on my mind.
Hey, I was an oopsie baby. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I did this world a disservice. And then sometimes I'm like, well, Emma Brown's in a position where she's leading people. So like, hey.
It's not an oopsie baby. It happened before it was supposed to happen. Not an oopsie baby. All right. Don't call my baby an oopsie baby. Like just like, oh, you little oopsie baby. don't do that.
Okay.
I relate you. You're gonna tell my baby it relates stuff. No, that's just day by day. We're getting closer. So I don't know when she's coming, but she'll come when she's ready. Just like
Producer Alex. Anything else?
The only thing I wanted to mention was that whole Vegas thing. Hopefully everybody understands that and takes it into consideration.
Yes.
Content.
All right. That is Daddy Chick with a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Make sure to follow him on Twitter. That is his sports account. All day AJ27 in the producer booth. Myself, Trey Dalbert. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, exactly how it sounds. On TikTok too. I know I'm slacking on those things, but I really wanted to do Survivor on Sunday, so dedicated myself to posts. Show handles, that's some cheese minus the E for Twitter, and _ that's some cheese for the Instagram. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.